Hey polish fans, it's Caroline again and welcome to another video here at Wild Moon Lacquer. In today's video we are taking a look at the summer 2023 collection from Mooncat called Mermaid Tales. This is a 6-piece collection featuring specialty finishes. A few of them are also jellies, so they're going to be a little on the squishy side. The first one is Bermuda Triangle. This one is described as a stormy purple jelly with green iridescent flakies and super micro hollow glitter. So this one is definitely squishy on that first coat. I reached decent opacity though in 2 coats, so I would say this is somewhere between a 2 and 3 coater depending on your nail length and application. I love the combination here. Of course, as a purple fan, I love the base color as well, and I love that you can see the green shimmer in those flakies really nicely. And there it is on the nail. I would almost say there's an additional shimmer component besides the flakies because there is definitely a very strong green flash to this one as well as the iridescence from those flakies. Next up we have Catfished. This one is described as an ocean blue jam-packed with blue ultra fine flakies and super micro hollow glitter. So the super micro hollow glitter is, I believe, in every single polish. It adds a nice subtle twinkle to the nail. This is it just in one coat, showing that it does have topper possibilities. This one was stunning in a single coat, but I did go ahead and add a second coat. Obviously in that first coat it was not opaque. I mean, look at the rainbows on this one. It is gorgeous. This one has to be a highlight of the collection for me, which was kind of surprising and kind of not, but absolutely gorgeous. And there it is on the nail. You can see all of those beautiful twinkles and sparkles. The flakies in this are a little bit finer milled than in the previous polish. Next up we have Hermit Crab. This is described as a coral jelly filled with golden iridescent flakies and orange shimmer. In the first coat it's a bit pink leaning, but it does build up nicely to a beautiful coral shade in 2, and I believe I do this one in 3 coats to sort of amp up the color. As you can see on the nail, the flakies do shift nicely to some pink and purple depending on the lighting and the angle. And as you can see in 2 coats it is still a little bit on the squishy side. That one is described as a jelly, so I will come back with a 3rd coat to sort of amp up the color and the coverage. This is just such a beautiful summer color. I really enjoyed this one. For this one, even in those 3 coats, it is still going to be a little on the squishy side. It's not going to be as opaque as a cream would. So for this one, if you wanted it to reach full opacity, you could wear this over a matching cream in any coral shade of your choice. But there it is in 3 coats. Next up we have another favorite. This one is Kitten. This one is described as a sheer hot pink jelly filled with blue shimmer and super micro hollow glitter. This is absolutely gorgeous. This is one of my favorite combinations to have, a pink with a blue component. This one is without the flaky, so it's one of the more unique finishes of this collection. It's another one that I felt like I needed 3 coats to reach mostly opaque, but there it is in 2 coats. I again love the combination of this one. The addition of those sparse, finely milled glitters are really beautiful and twinkly, and I love that you can really see that gorgeous blue flash very prominently on the nail. But as you can see, it is still a little squishy, so I will go back with a 3rd coat to give it a little bit more opacity. I think it does sort of help amp up the color as well, give it a bit more of a fleshed out, deeper tone. So there it is in 3 coats. Yeah, this is definitely one of my favorites. Perfect summer pink. And if this is a favorite color combination of yours as well, I do have some comparisons up on my channel as well. Next up we have Moon Jelly. This one is described as a sheer white jelly filled with color shifting blue to green to purple to pink iridescent flakies, bright blue shimmer, and super micro hollow glitters. So this one is definitely sheer in that first coat, very much a jelly. The flakies in it are really beautiful and the shimmer is very strong in this one. You get shifts from those flakies and from the shimmer. There it is in 2 coats, just showing how opaque it might be. Some people I think might be okay with that on the nail if they want more of a sheer ethereal look on the nail, but I did go back with a 3rd coat to see how opaque I could get it. And as you can see, it's still going to be pretty sheer in those 3 coats, so not fully opaque. This is another one where I feel like if you wanted it to be fully opaque on longer nails, you would probably need to wear this over maybe a white cream base, but there it is in 3 coats. Just such beautiful twinkles on that one. Next up we have Plankton, and this one is a green filled with green shimmer and super micro hollow glitter. So this one I feel like they didn't really describe the shimmer as having a blue shift, but I'm definitely seeing that in the bottle especially. This one also has a very interesting murky green base and then a brighter green flash. So this one was a lot more unique and interesting than it was initially described as. They're in 2 coats. It is pretty opaque. I think this is one of the more opaque polishes of the collection. There you can see a bit of my nail line showing through, so it's possible longer nails might need a 3rd coat to reach full opacity, but a pretty unique and interesting green there. So there we have it. That was the collection from Mooncat for summer 2023. Let me know down below which ones were your favorites. I had quite a few that really stood out to me. Of course, Kitten was one of my absolute top faves, but I really liked a number of them. The first 2 that we looked at, Bermuda and Catfished, were 2 that I really enjoyed, and Kitten, of course, was a favorite as well. So there we have it. That was a beautiful summer collection. If you're new, make sure to hit the little subscribe button down below, and I will see you in that next video.